Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What's Map. Now if you missed yesterday's episode, you should watch it straight after. It was a rare event indeed. But today we have got Carebean Islands by Joloswagboy. Now I'm not entirely sure if Carebean Islands is the intended name or whether it's a misspelling of Carebean, but I'm going to go with Carebean and assume it was a deliberate name choice. Now what have we got today? Well, there's not too much required for this, unlimited trees and a few other bits, but have a look at this. Play the map with realistic map theme and eye looks more beautiful. I'm sure you do, Jolo. I'm sure you do. Right, let's start off right on the edge of the map. We've got this long old bridge, which is not the worst. A little bit low, but it's not the worst. It doesn't need to be particularly high if there's no shipping routes involved. Down on the other side there, I'd like it just a little bit further in from the water's edge, to be honest with you, where it's meeting the land, but it's still not too bad. It's well within tolerances. The roads drift apart slightly as we reach this intersection. This little intersection here, this goes off to the fog on the right. And, oh, hang on a minute. Hey, Mr. Cruise Ship, did you just sneakily go through that bridge? Did you just sneakily crash through that? Oh, that's very naughty of you if you did. We should check up on that later. Right, so anyway, the highways are not bad. They're elevated and yet going at ground level. Nothing wrong with that, I guess, if you want to pretend they're sound barriers. This bridge here, very nice. A little bit further in from the water's edge, which I like. And here's your start square. I present to you the start square. Long island there. Rail connection at the top. A little connection across to the top. And yeah, it's very nice. I like that. You can have a little pat on the back from me for that. And then we sweep along this island here towards the next bridge. But look at this. Oh, that is sloppy. Jolo, what are you playing at? Why? Why would you let us down? I have no idea how you go about fixing that. This bridge is a little bit crooked. Just once I don't know how you go about fixing it, of course. We all know how to fix a broken road. But I'm just having a little bit of a laugh with you. Sorry. I'm being mean. I've got my mean face on today. Right, final bridge before the fog. Perfectly fine. No problems with that one at all. And then off into the wilderness there. Bye-bye. Right, rail. Rail, once again. Not too steep that. That's okay. I can deal with that. I can live with that. Then we've got this long rail bridge to get us across to the mainland. Small price to pay for islands. You either have connections or you don't have connections. We're chosen to have connections on this map, and you know what, I have no problem with that. This here, it's raised as we go into the to the bridge, which is lovely, and raised as we come off as well. See that? Very nice, nicely done. And then as we go across the other side, it's not raised, but it's just okay. Down here though, drops like a rock, and it's almost in the water. Deary dear. And then it dead ends there. That's where your start square is, of course, as you know, as I showed you a minute ago. We've got another second rail entrance as well. This connection comes in from this side. Nicely bridged across there. Couldn't go far wrong, to be honest with you, but it was still very nice. Can't fault it. Don't criticise it. And we've got this little intersection here. We'll take it across and just have a look. Have a look over here, shall we? That's not too bad, not too steep. And then that dead ends right there in the middle of this island. Not too far from the centre of the map. And then if we skittle back, we'll follow this route over as well. Now, asset review coming up. We normally do a quirky one on a Saturday, so prepare. Prepare. Are you prepared? Because for a change, This is quirky by definition of not being quirky. There you go. Just want to break the rules a little bit. It's Murckowska Bridge by that champion designer, DeCzaah. We've seen DeCzaah before. He's superb. And this is a very nice little bridge. I'm liking it that you can use it on land, and it looks pretty good on land like this. As well as you can obviously stick it over like a water or rail or anything. It's a bridge. It's for bridging things. What can I say? It's actually a very lovely little bit of work, that. And I applaud DeCzaah for producing it. And it's our first ever bridge on WhatMap, so that's what makes it quirky. Murckowska Bridge by DeCzaah. Today's not quite so quirky asset of the day. Shipping routes. Now we kind of are looking out for problems here. Let's follow the one around the outside of the map first. That skips around. There you go. That's all right. We can use that. But this one, this is where your problem's going to start. Right through the middle of the map. Possible 2 collisions going on here. Here's your first one. That's not looking very healthy, is it? Let's just check this one out. You see now, guys, if you're going to build a bridge, make it high enough to get your shipping to go through. Because if the low one can't get through, then this high one, this big old cruise liner, is definitely going to cause riots. So disappointing. And then if we follow the shipping route through, and then with this one, didn't even need to go through this bridge. Didn't even need to go through it. You could have exited just a little bit to the left there, and it would have been trouble free. Very sad. Now, water flow. There's water movement pretty much all around the islands. Now, big pat on the back for that. I wasn't expecting to see water movement through the islands. There is a bit of mainland, which we've seen here, and there's a couple of rivers on the mainland. I thought this was going to be where the water flow was going to be driven from. So to actually find it working through the islands was a real nice surprise. Anyway, these rivers. Now, look at the blue in this river. I mean, it is icy blue. It is so icy blue, I feel cold. But then, it's an island map, and the islands look warm. So, somewhere in the middle. Look at the icy blue in this. Deary dear. And the waterfall, as it starts up there. I want to look at the water here. It reminds me of a toothpaste advert. Look at the blue there. Refreshing. Wash your mouth out with BonBonB mouthwash. I should do BonBonB mouthwash. That'd be branding, wouldn't it? Oh, we've got round the corner. There's a second river. This one, not so much a twiddly little stream. Liking the detailing as it enters the sea there. It's not fine-tuned, but it's nice to see the effort made. Nice river delta. And then we head up towards this hill. And there's a bit of a canyon going on here. This lake's nice. I like the shape. I like the size. I like that lake. There you go. Then we get to this waterfall type thing, which isn't particularly well detailed. It's kind of a little bit mundane. And then this is just dull as, well, me. That's how dull this is. Very, very, very poor, I'm afraid, that bit. It was almost like an afterthought. I'll just drop that one in. Running out of time, got to go to school. That kind of thing. That kind of thinking. Right, islands. Now, the whole point about this map is it's about the islands. And the islands are superb, okay? With your back to the mainland, this is a very nice looking map. Forget the bridges, just the islands. Yeah, I'm guessing the islands, there was quite a bit of time spent on these, and they have been done very nicely indeed. Even the lake in the middle of that island. This island's very small, and it's almost a bonbon island. There's a little sandbank here, and I'm saying the islands are, and even over here, although this is like a little mountain island out on the edge of the map, so it's mostly for background, but it's nicely tooled, and a bit of time was spent on. I think more time was spent on this island than was spent on the entire mainland. And there's another little island over here, a volcanic one with a little water in the top there. Once again, this looks like somebody spent a lot of time on it. And I despair a little bit when I see that over there. I do. It's weak. It's very weak. Let's have a closer look at it. See, the ridges are nice, but it's just lacking in a little bit of detail, a bit of definition. Down here, it's just nothing going on at all. Side of that mountain there, nothing going on at all. Like I say, up here though, you can build up. Yeah, it's an island map. Why would you want to build up into the mountain? I don't know, but if you wanted to, you could. It's not too bad on the side here. Down this slope here is nothing going on also. So like I say, as an island map, it's very, very nice. If you don't look at the mainland, I'm probably been tempted to just ignored building any hills at all over there and just gone with the islands, with one or two little mountains on the islands. Very nice. Still, what can I say? Aesthetically, it's really, really very nice until you look at the mainland. So it can't get more than a 3. It would have been a 4. It would have been a 4. I have no question that this would have been a 4. But no, that mainland kills it. Detailing. The islands are very, 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 very well thought out. Beyond that, it's not particularly great. I'm going to give it just 2. Gameplay potential though. Yes, once you've sorted out the missing link in that road, which will take you hours and hours, and probably want to fix the bridges a bit, I think lots of gameplay potential here. I'm going to give that 4 stars for gameplay potential. So that's Carebean Islands by Joloswagboy, and that concludes this week's What Map. Much more coming next week, more and more and more, and this weekend we've got the final one in the vanilla map special, so make sure you watch out for that one. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget the full map list is in the description below. Don't forget to go and have a look at that one, and I'll see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching.